Hello and welcome to Building with Stinkbug. My name is Abby, or sometimes I go by Stinkbug, and this is a survival building world that I wanted to build some stuff, show you guys through my process, and as well as show off a little bit of the building that I want to do for my own personal stuff in survival. And I was thinking for this first episode, I want to make a starter house right here on the spawn with just stone tools. We need to get wood tools first, so I guess we're not going to be just using stone tools, but we're not going to be going into anything higher than iron. We need to get some stone and then some other supplies as well. Granite is going to be wonderful later on, but maybe it's a little bit too early to collect some of it. But there we go, we get our first stone pickaxe, and then a stone axe will be lovely to get some more wood. This isn't very sightly, but I think it's going to have to be done. Come here, come here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now we can make a bed. And we should set up a little base camp right here. For this little storage area, we're just going to strip these barks and then put a few different shelves and stuff on here. So jungle stairs on the top will give it a little bit of a, I guess, a defining look, more defined look than normal. And then if we do slabs, one slab and then two slabs from there, gives a little bit of an archway look, which will look good on any building that we decide to build off of this, which I think is the plan. I'll build a building right here off of it. Now that this is built, and I feel pretty good about it, I'm just going to put some of our early supplies in here. I'm going to turn some of these cocoa beans into brown dye and make our first bed. We can place this down here and maybe even just put couple signs on it, which, yeah, I think looks good. Now we need to go get some stone and some coal. Also, these melons here should help us out with our food situation early on. We can also plant a few of these, which will help us get some early food growing. This is beautiful here and has the coal that I'm looking for. We have enough of what we need right now, so I'm gonna head back because it is getting dark. Home sweet home. And now I think we should get started on the fire pit, which we can put one campfire down easily enough. I like to put it a little bit recessed into the ground, and then if you take some cobblestone stairs and put them inwards towards the campfire, it gives it a little bit of a recessed look, which in itself looks a little bit strange when you don't fill in the corners, but once you do, it looks a little bit better. And then you can add a few different details to make it look a little bit more organic and pushed into the area as well. Granite goes well with the kind of a transition block from the what's it called, cobblestone. And then once we get some what's it called, rock hopper, we can put it in here as well. There's a few different blocks that we might be able to add, like some coarse dirt to kind of smooth out the difference between the cobblestone and the really bright grass, because the jungle grass is really bright and a little bit hard to work with at times, but we'll have to get some more materials, and I think that's our next project. I think I'll build a little mine entrance because I need more stone to get more tools, and then I will probably just go on a mining slash tree cutting adventure, because there are some different types of trees over here. Like, it looks like there's oak trees and potentially birch trees, and then I need a bunch of acacia for what I want to do, which is wonderful. It's right there, and I think that might be all. I'd love to have some mangrove or dark oak or spruce, but I think if we just have 4 wood types, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. think I am ready to start doing some building. We have a decent amount of materials, probably more of some of them than we are really gonna need. And I think we will start with a mine entrance here. We will be duplicating this little support pillar here, and then bringing some of the same wood out here. And we're going to start with the stripped versions and then move into some of the planks later on as we go through it. That looks alright. It's mostly just a plank wall right now, but that is how basically every build starts in this game. A wall of some sort of block. And I'm going to just bulk it up in the corners. Generally my strategy with some of this shading is you want to get some of the darker ones right in the middle, and then some of the more, for this I guess it's more textured in the middle rather than darker, because this is technically a little bit darker than the stripped wood. But I do think it helps draw the eyes. And of course, you're gonna make some mistakes every once in a while, or perceived mistakes on stuffs. You might not like something, so feel free to take anything down, like I will be doing. Now for this, I think we might lower the wall just by one block on this side. And then acacia here. And then we have cobble and andesite, which go very, very well with acacia. And then we get rid of this and continue the pattern. This should be going into a building, so I'm not going to continue it any farther than I need to. We will add some acacia here to kind of blend those two together, and I think that looks well. Then for the entrance of this, you can, I guess we will make, ooh, we don't have enough. We will be making some stairs. And some jungle doors there, which will tie the whole thing together. simple shack, but let's do something a little bit more complex. For the bottom floor, I think we are going to do some stuff out of diorite and birch, which means we're going to need some polished diorite and then some of these birch wood instead of the birch logs. We'll do polished diorite on the bottom to give it, this is like feels like a very reinforced block. And again, I need to get a pickaxe. That's our first pickaxe. I won't want to use that because maybe we'll frame it or something. And then we will put this here and continue this with a little bit of a birch accent, which will give that a nice background, and then start our wall, which I think we can do something like this. And I'd like to go out a bit into a corner, which maybe I go a little bit farther out than that to do a door, which we'll do somewhere around here. So you'll enter the building right from here, which will go into a breakfast nook type kitchen, or a kitchen nook type kitchen. Is that what I'm trying to say? And then from that extension, we can go out and in, and then I was gonna put a fireplace here, but I actually think we should do a fireplace right here. So we have one going right here, and we'll put a few blocks of copper, which will really, of raw copper, I mean, which will give this a little bit of a, I guess we'll put it on these ends, which is symmetrical, but that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be symmetrical. And we'll get this up all the way. And for the diary, I think we can continue out from here. Should sleep because it's getting dark. And I think we can keep it simple for the building. For the rest of the building, I mean, and do a bit of a square interior, which will then attach onto a, you know what, let's do a diagonal. We'll do one right there, there. Maybe we just do a full diagonal. And then from here you do this, this, this to finish off the wall, and then do that, which if we carve out all of that, there we have like a diagonal addition to it. And then back here we will attach a barn type build. I think we can even put that more into the building, which will make that better. And then this can be a little bit of a storage area, which I think will look quite nice. Let's put some polished diorite on the ends, on each sides. And build this up a little bit. Now, if we look at this from a little bit of a cheaty free cam, I think this looks good. It definitely looks more like a real house than I could imagine before, and we'll be able to add some easy extensions to it pretty easily. So that's generally what I try to do when I build a starter base, is kind of get a general shape going before I build the whole thing, and then see if I'm happy with it. If I'm not, then I'll tear it down and restart, or I'll add different things. I think if I looked at it before I put this extension, I would have put something over here on this side, because it is quite square without it otherwise. But I think this will work very well. Now I want to put a little bit of definition on the sides of this, so my health is going, and my hunger is a little bit questionable. Figure that out in a second. You can put some supports here with the stairs and jungle trapdoors, which will give a little bit of the diorite showing through, but give a nice bit of breakage in the overall color. So let's do that on all the other corners. Extend this up quite a bit, and I'll just alternate the granite and polished granite just a bit to give it some extra texture and split up some of the pretty grainy regular granite texture as well. And then I think I'm going to thin it out as it goes up, just so it has a bit of a definition to it. We can also add some, what are they called? Granite fences on the edge to make it look a little bit more smooth. Lovely. And let's see how that looks. Yeah, I love that. It's subtle, but it looks well. And now for this little ridge, I think we're going to continue that around. We'll need some slabs, mostly. And we'll continue it from here, which this might have to change in its form. And do a little rim around the whole thing. Lovely. Now I think we should do something for the floor, which I think I'm going to do out of oak wood with an alternating pattern of the logs, potentially. So this is a strategy or a pattern, I guess a decoration pattern that I've done quite a bit. I'm going to make 2 of these oak logs to be at the end. You don't need to do all of them with this like more expensive version. So I don't always do it for these like ones that don't actually show the ends. And we'll dig this out and alternate these in a pattern like so. So one like that, and then one like that, and then one like this. So it gives just a little bit of definition to it. It's a little bit noisy, I find sometimes, but I think it's a good and more appealing floor than like just a straight plank floor. I really like when I want to do these later, I really love to do, or when I have the materials, I guess, I really like to do beehive floors. I think those look wonderful. But since we're pretty early on, it's logs for us. It's logs. And now for the stripping. No, not these. Torture out of the offhand. Now it's time for stripping. And there we go. There's the satisfying strip. I'm being threatened at gunpoint in my own home. I mean, I guess out of home. We're prepared for this. Not at all, actually. Oh! Ah! Leave me be! Leave me be! Okay, there's a lot of you. Well, you can have the house. I will swim away forever. Just kidding, we mostly need food. So I think we could maybe get a fish or two, but that's too late, and I'm drowning. Oh, and they're following. Okay, so I think I need to go get some melons. Ah! Some of the wild melons here. They will help satiate us. Oh, and look at how beautiful that villa is on the distance. And now we must defend it. You, boat, get in. Aha! Time to get your friend. You, boat, get in! Okay, time to lure you. Aha! We got some pirates on our shores. Now, if we get into this boat, they will not be able to hurt me. And we will be able to pacify them. Now, let's move them into their own spots so they can't hurt each other by accidentally targeting me, which they will, they definitely will, and they're not accidentally targeting me, but they accidentally would hit their friends. But if you are in a boat with a pillager, they will just continually shoot forever, and this is a really easy way to pacify them. So we could even just sit here with this guy and wait until he's nice and friendly. I didn't really think about what would happen at night, especially because I don't want creepers spawning here. So we'll do this in chunks. Wonderful! I mean, they still don't want to look at me, so they're not particularly friendly, but yeah, you know, you can chill here for right now. I mean, I can even bring you a little bit closer to the thing here, but I think you might want to have a little bit of water to be around, and I'll be on my way, okay? Now, I want to add one more thing, well, I guess two more things to our chimney up here. I want to add a campfire, I guess two, because we want one at the bottom and one at the top. Bottom one we can just install just like that. I think we should, I guess I have the slabs on me, just make that a little bit larger so it's more, I guess, lifelike or usable. And then I'm gonna pillar up with some dirt, though it's getting late, and I'm going to put the campfire here, put some of these new copper grates here, which we'll have to get some beeswax for later. I'm just going to ignore the fact that they are going to oxidize right now. The campfire in the fireplace looks wonderful from this angle, and yes, I think that looks wonderful. Now, for this second level, there's a lot of stuff I want to address. I think for this side, mostly I want to add a roof on this pretty early on, because I don't really want this to be, so like I think I need to change this supporting area to be lower and then accommodate a roof. But I'm not quite sure how to do that yet, so I'm going to do the rest of the build, which I think is going to be a raised second floor with some birch, made out of birch, and then a acacia and cobblestone roof, similar to what we've done over there. Now, for this, I was thinking about doing it on the raised area, but I think if we just do it on this, it will look a little bit better. And we can do some extra detailing with this raised part, and then this is going to be stripped. Now, I think that is a good height, and then we can just add a roof kind of starting around here. But I think we also need a floor. Ooh, I was scared I was gonna fall. We also need a floor. And then for this, I think we can start to address it. I'm gonna put maybe not right there. Let's go cobblestone here. No. You see, the indecisiveness is part of the building process, and I think that's okay. Let's slam down a cobblestone, or a crafting table. Make some jungle slabs, and then we're gonna extend this a little bit, make some polished granite slabs in there as well. basic acacia wood. Cobblestone and andesite. And then finish off the top with acacia. I think this is gonna look good, so let's check. Yeah, I like that. It's going for the, it's fitting the same vibe that I'm wanting. And kind of looks like a storage facility. Now I'm looking at this build after a couple days, and I think there are a few things that I want to do right away to change it into the vision that I've been having in my mind. The first I think we should start with is just getting a floor for this second, I guess floor. And then for the areas with windows and such, let's do that real quick. We're gonna need some polished diorite stairs. Which we are gonna need also in this entranceway. My inventory is a huge mess. As well as this space, which I think I definitely messed up. Wonderful. And then over here at the back entrance. And I think let's just continue this pattern on this section just for some consistency, continuity. It's time for some continuity.
Unlikely things for a continuity announcer to say.
It's time for some continuity!
It's getting a little bit dark, so if we put some torches in here, it'll fix that problem, and we can do a satisfying strip if this acts the last size. Which it doesn't, but we have another one. And this we can continue right here. We'll get some glass here. I think brown would be really nice and kind of match the vibe of this area. And then we can also potentially extend this out a little bit. Yeah, so let's clear our inventory and work on the second level. For stairs, I think we can do something right here, like right as you enter the area, or the building. So it's clear where the second level is. And that seems to flow pretty well. We'll do oak trapdoors here as a wall on the stairs. And that'll go up one more right here and serve as a little bit of a divider. So as you're going up the stairs, it feels like it's kind of contained, and then we can do something under here if we want to, probably just a chest. It also allows us to access the second level much easier, which will help us for this section. I'm gonna change this for one window here, and then over here I wanted to make this a little bit tighter on the edge so we can have a balcony. But I think it might only be on one corner, which I think is good. I think that is a good thing for the shape of it. And then we'll go here, leave a 2 block, or maybe just 1, because that kind of lines up with what we're doing here. And then strip all these. Yeah, and I think that looks good. We'll add some fences there before we fall off that way. Now, since the bottom floor is 4 tall with a lip here, I think I want to continue that little motif or scaling. So I'm going to do that on the rest of the build to start working on the roof. To connect with these, we'll do some stairs and then some polished granite, which we're going to use a little bit more of than on the bottom, though we are going to still use some jungle as well. Now this can be attached, so I think I see a moment for detail. If we just put 2 of those, that kind of follows this shape up, and then we can continue this around. And now I think for this we still want to have the balcony be covered. So I'm just gonna follow the shape of it. A little bit more of this needs to be stripped. And then on this corner, I'm going to try my best to connect this all up. Then we are going to layer another level of these roof blocks around the trim. And then start our roof process from this middle area. I think we can line acacia around the whole side because it's all half blocks, which is nice. It'll give the darker part, like this is going to be at the bottom, so it'll be the darker shade, because our slabs and stuff are definitely a lighter shade than the acacia. They go well, but they are a slightly different shade. The new tough slab really helps with that. But we're not really at that stage right now. From up here, we can maybe add a few details like a sunroof or something like that. I think that's a good idea. Sunroof is a good idea. I broke my... Oh, I can make one. Okay, I broke my axe, but I can make one. False alarm. So right up here, let's do a sunroof. I think we have to do it right here, probably. So maybe we'll do multiple. Right there. And then let's do another right here. It's 2 off here, 2 off here. So let's do a slightly longer one here. I like that. It'll let some natural light in during the day, which is nice. Like it's very bright in here right now. And then I think I'm gonna add a crafting table in here a little bit early. Let's put it here. And I'm going to make some birch stairs to start the window, because I like to put stairs on the window. This is one of my very early build hacks that I started doing, where you just kind of indent in the windows and it matches up with glass panes really well. This will continue up to the wall here. And then I think we need some windows up here, definitely at least one right here. And then maybe one kind of on the corner right around here. And maybe one on this side so we can get a few good angles. One of the last few nights of sleeping outside. And if we look at our roof, ooh, I love it! It's very cute. We need to add some supports over here, but I really like it. There we go. That looks good. Let's see how it looks on the other side. Nice! I like that. The only complaint I have is that I can't see the roof very well unless I go into free camp, but I'm sure that that is going to be different from far away. Yeah, I can see it from here, so it's just it's a proximity thing, which is good. I think that is sometimes a good thing, that if you can't see your build when you get a little bit too close to it, because you're getting kind of a perspective switch where it looks much larger than what it potentially really is, or you're getting a good sense of scale from it. So I think now we need to do the interior and do the windows, because I need some glass. So I think I need to collect just a few materials, craft a bunch of different interior things, and then we should be done with this build. I'm so very happy with it. For the windows, we're gonna do brown stained glass on the edges, and then panes on the and the inside, and then we'll do brown banners on top. But that doesn't really look great, actually. It would look good if we could put him right here. But we might have to compromise with the kitchen and move the floor up just a little bit right here so we can add some more decoration. For that, we'll get some oak slabs, which aren't as fancy as the stripped version, but I think that's okay. And then if we're putting our bed here, we can actually like put it floating. I know that sounds wild, but hear me out. And then fill this up so you kind of go onto the bed. This is the whole bed area. But I don't know about that location, weirdly. I was kind of thinking bed here, and then we have maybe a platform where it's attached to. And then to do this transition a little bit better, I'm just going to change this right there. So it's a little bit smoother on your eyes. We'll put a crafting table here. Some chiseled bookshelves are really good for decoration, and they have this 3D look because of the Vanilla Geeks texture bath that I have on. I'm gonna put a furnace and a smoker in here, and then I think we can make the rest of it barrels. And it's very symmetrical, but I think that's okay. Now we can put this chest under the stairs like I was thinking. I think a brown bed here, or maybe a little bit out from the wall, because we want to put, yeah, maybe right here with some jungle trapdoors on the side, so that cats can get onto here, and then jungle slabs here is like a little coffee table. Now I think a chest wall is going to be the best use of this space, sadly. Not quite as pretty as it is functional, but sometimes you need functional stuff in your builds. And then barrels in the middle should make this pretty cute. I like that. We can upgrade this as time goes on. And I think we'll do a jungle door on the back as well. And up here. Oh, they're so adorable up here. Making good use of the bed already. This is kind of a wardrobe here, so I think I'll start the wardrobe here and then we can eventually add some armor stands in the kind of interior of it. Some lights in here while the nighttime comes down, so I'm just gonna put like a torch right here and we can finally use our bed. When I went to sleep here, they brought me a rabbit's foot. Oh my gosh, I feel so blessed. We can put that in our little valuables chest up here with our map. And I think I'm about done with this. I really, really love it. I mean, we need to maybe add an animal pen back here, so let's do that one. To do this, I think we'll go out from here, and I'm just going to layer some acacia and stone materials to make it look like a acacia log palisade. We'll see how that works. I think that looks really nice, and it follows the same kind of diagonal path that we have here, so it extends it a little bit, but also doesn't add the seam. It breaks up the monotony of the building a little bit. I really like it. So I think that's about it. I mean, I want to get my partner's reaction on it because I worked really hard on it, and I want to see how they view it. But I really, really love it. There's my kitty! Oh, this is wonderful. They are just having a fun boat time. Gotta put my FOV factor on while I was using it for cinematics.
I like the dye ring. It looks really good with the birch.
Yeah, I like it how it contrasts with the birch a lot. This is like the storage room that I had, and then oh, this is not
backwards.
This is not right. I'll fix that real quick. That's better. But yeah, mine, which is like a little shed, and then going to the kitchen. I think I should probably change the floor here to like something kitchen-y.
Something kitchen.
Just to break up the monotony a
You
little
need a
bit.
rug somewhere.
Yeah, I just don't have. I don't have shears. The idea is, the idea is a starter base with just stone tools.
Yeah. Cat shelves?
Yeah, cat shelves, and hopefully one of them will go in there. There's another one in that boat over there. I thought they died.
No.
But yeah, I think it's cute. And then there's a outdoor area right here,
Whoa.
which I can put animals in, and this is the diagonal on the outside. I'm really proud of this.
Yeah. I like that you did the pillars instead of making pillars like using the trapdoors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying to avoid doing pillars, but I think they do look good. It breaks up the walls a lot.
Yeah.
And I think it looks
The
good on my...
chimney is so cool.
Thank you.
I've never used so much granite.
Yeah, no, I
It's
mean,
good.
it's kind of all I have.
That's starter base.
Yeah. And I think it looks good from pretty much every angle. That's kind of like what I was hoping. The little balcony looks nice. I really like this roof, this diagonal one. You want to see from a little chibi free cam. The big roof is kind of boring, but this one's cute.
Yeah. Acacia and stone.
Acacia and stone. Thanks for looking.